Well, hello everybody and welcome into the Brampton Rugby Center here in Brampton, Ontario. We have ourselves a loaded day with some OCAA women's rugby. Zach Benoit here on the mic. The first game that we have on the slate, it's the Humber Hawks taking on the visiting Durham Lords, and this game should be a good one. It is two of the top teams in the OCAA going head-to-head here. The Durham Lords, they are kind of in a tier of their own right now. They are 7-0 on the year. They've scored nearly 300 points, and they've only allowed 7. And the only 7 that they've allowed have come from this very Humber Hawks team that was the last time out. Humber 6-1 on the year. Durham 7-0. This should be a very, very good matchup to say the least. It's going to be an entertaining one to say the least. We have tons of rugby action on the schedule today. If you're just doing the quick math, we actually have 8 games. So it's going to be 8 hours of uninterrupted rugby fun. So I hope you have your morning coffee, your breakfast, or your snacks, depending on what time you woke up. And sit tight, enjoy some Rugby Sevens action. Again, the Hawks looking to try to attack this Durham team that has been so good all year long. Quite literally one of the best. And away we go. Durham will receive. So the Durham Lords, again, they've been one of the, if not the most dominant team in the OCAA in women's rugby sevens for years. And they just continue just to show why they are truthfully one of the best programs we have seen. The last 3 years, dating all the way back to the 22-2023 season, the Durham Lords have had a dominant run. 3 straight gold medals. Dating all the way back to 2019, they have 2 silver medals on top of that. And one of the teams that beat them was the Humber Hawks. That was the last time that Durham finished as a silver medalist. Humber has always had a good Rugby Sevens program. But again, the Durham Lords, they have just invested so much into it. And Humber, they win the scrum, and they're going to try to propel themselves forward here. And again, so much room for these players to work with down the sidelines. So really just a test of speed here as, Durham, they lay a heavy hit, and they're still going. The Lords pushing it downfield, but good defense set up here by the Hawks. And they're able to get her down. That looked like making a coin. So the Lords going a good run there, but it looks like Humber get the possession right on back. Good defense by the Humber Hawks. And here go the Humber Hawks. They try to propel it through the middle. Looked like a coin. And the pass deflected a little bit. Durham, they take it right on back, and they're going to go quickly here down the left side. Cut back inside. Can they drop her down the pass? Bouncing out of the hands. There's a fight for it here, and I believe Humber might have come away with the possession. We'll see here the ref signals, and so far, Durham, they've been pushing the pressure. Humber bending but not breaking. Been a couple of big-time tackles out of number 7, Megan Coin. On the far side of the field, can the Hawks get out of their own territory? There's tons of field to work with. Good cut to the outside for a Coin. They're going to try to get right back to her, but the defense out of the side of the Durham Lords is suffocating. Right on the side, and it's DeMello who gets pulled down. Coin takes a heavy hit, and the Hawks still kind of pinned back in their own territory. Durham, they come away with it. They're going to go out wide. Pull her down, but it looks like she gets past that try line, and she does. So the Lords will open up the scoring here early, 4 minutes and 40 seconds into this one. Looked like that was number 12, Taylor Wood, who broke through there, the 5'5" back out of Uxbridge, Ontario. I look at it right here, and you can see the pass comes a little bit late, and players are trying to drag her down. 3 Hawks actually trying to drag her down, and unable to do that. And the convert kick there, not going to go the way of anybody. So just a 5-0 lead here for the Durham Lords. We have a dog here who's just barking at Howie Hawk, and usually Howie Hawk is a fan favorite. Apparently not to the canines. Humber just trying to get out of their own zone, and that was just a tough play. It looked like the ball got loose in the arms of one of the Humber attackers. And Durham right back into possession, right back onto the offensive side, trying to push the attack here. Go wide, able to get her down just before the try line. Quick pass up, and it's going to be another quick try for the side of the Durham Lords. So quickly, 10-0 lead here for the side of Durham. They are playing fast and furious. And the Durham Lords wasting no time, showing exactly why they are one of the best. It looked like number 13, Amber Edgerton, another one of those players out of Uxbridge, Ontario, a second-year player. And that'll be it for the first half action. The Durham Lords take a 10-0 lead after one half. We'll be right on back here with more action from half two. Welcome back here to second half action. Humber Hawks taking on the Durham Lords. Zach Benoit here on the mic, and it's been a fun one. Durham has struck quickly in the first half. 2 quick tries, and that's where we stand, 10-0. Hawks with a possible run here. Get held down. They go wide. Can Humber try to get something here offensively? Possibly cut this deficit in half. Heavy collision. Player down still. Feeling the effects of that heavy hit was Sophia Reggs. Trying to cut through. Opportunity here for Leah Lebo. And she gets taken now just on the side. Looks like a couple subs come in, and Tiana Baptist comes in here. Attempt here, Durham, they've recaptured possession, and they're slowly working their way up the field once more. The Durham Lords trying to extend their lead some more. That's a great pass outside to Kinveski. Looks like scrum coming up here on the Humber side of the field. Durham working quickly. This is a Durham Lords team that is predominantly veterans. There's a couple of first-year players that they work with and are working into this starting lineup, but majority of the starters here, they're fifth-year, fourth-year players, couple thirds. The bench is a lot of first-year players that, you're just kind of learning from these. Bench is a lot of first-year players that, you're just kind of learning from these vets. As this is an opportunity, a great kick down the field, takes a wicked hop for Humber, as they had what looks like Kyrie Jackson, who just broke free and had an opportunity, but that ball just kicks back perfectly for the side of Durham. So another scrum ensuing here. Humber going to try to get the possession going. And it looks like Durham, they get it back quick. And Humber still had players getting up, but the Lords go quickly. Pass backwards. Great tackle, though. I believe that's Leah Lebo, who just went soaring, flying through the air to make that grab. Durham, though, they still have it. Durham diving into the try zone, and I believe that is another try for the side of the Durham Lords. So the Lords extend their lead 15-0, and again, this is a squad that has won 3 straight OCAA gold medals, a team that continue to show their dominance in women's rugby sevens. Perfect season so far, 7-0, and they've crossed that 300-point threshold. No other team has crossed the 200-point threshold. Next closest team would be the Humber Hawks, and they're only at 173. Durham, with these 15 points now, they sit at 312 scored and only 7 given up. The only 7 that was given up was to this Humber Hawks team, but again, for the most part, this Lords team has been unbreakable. Humber trying to work quickly and just push it up the field. They've subbed in a couple of players. Ava Buddha comes in, and Durham take it over again. Kaveski gets taken down there by Jackson. Bit of a miscue pass from John Smiley and Megan Coyne. Coyne was trying to cut back, find a seam, but she couldn't get to the spot fast enough. And here come the Lords once more. Humber just trying to play as strong of defense as they can, but Durham is just kind of running through. Amber Edgerton right there. Cut back, move inside. Can they get her down? Now they go out wide. Durham trying to extend this to a 20-0 lead. Durham come up. Durham find the try zone once more. It's 20-0 here as we hit the 14th. Looked like Cameron Wood, third-year player out of Uxbridge. And that'll do it. So 20-0 is the score after full time. Durham Lords, again, they continue their dominance over women's rugby sevens. 20-0 victory. They advance to 8-0. Humber drop to 6-2 on the year. That's the end of game number one. Game number two coming up very, very shortly. It's going to be Loyalist taking on Conestoga here in Brampton, Ontario. Hello, everybody. Welcome back here to the Brampton Rugby Center. Zach Benoit on the mic, and it's the Loyalist Lancers taking on the Conestoga Condors. And as I'm saying this, Loyalist trying to make a run, and they cut inside, and up the field they go. Looking like it's going to be early points here for the Lancers, and it is. Loyalists waste no time, and they go up quickly, 5-0. So for the Lancers, that was number 6, Rowan Cochran, who had that run through the middle of the field and got points on the board early. 5-0 is the score to the start of this one. Condors trying to answer back quickly here, moving it up the field. Conestoga, opportunity possibly, but no, the Lancers shut it down, but Conestoga go quickly. They go down the sideline. Conestoga breaking through. Here they go. The Condors soaring their way into the try zone. And that was the second-year player out of Cambridge, Anita Ben, who just absolutely displays the speed there. Cuts inside and gets the try in a golden spot here for a possible convert kick, but that is going to go wide. So it'll be a 5-5 game. And again, 2 minutes into this one, what a start it's been. So 5-5 is the score. Lancers trying to get the ball back, but Conestoga look like they might be able to get it. Scrum ensuing here. Again, the schedule looks like this. We just saw Durham and Humber play in game number 1. Durham took that one 20-0. Game 2 here, we have Loyalist and Conestoga. And a 5-5 tie so far as, oh, look at this, good run here. Game number 3 will start at 11 o'clock. It'll be Algonquin Wolves taking on the Seneca Sting, and then St. Lawrence and Fleming will go head-to-head at 11:30. And then Loyalist and Humber back in action at 12. Durham and Conestoga at 12:30. Algonquin and Fleming at 1. And St. Lawrence and Seneca at 1:30. 8 games on the slate here today. Here go the Lancers. Breaks through one tackle. She is on her way up. It's Faith Air. Soaring, flying. A star in heaven that she can't see. As she gets into the try zone and extends this lead up to 5 now for the Lancers. .425 here in the first half, and Loyalist just regained the lead. And the kick, I don't believe is good. Hits off the outside of that upright. Kick down the field, Conestoga will regain. Again, it was the Condors that answered right on back when Loyalist got something going, and here's another attempt. But the defense, are they able to get her down? They are, but the ball passed back. Conestoga once more going forward. On the outside, again, it's Ben. Breaks one tackle. Ben breaks two. She's on her way to the try zone. Nobody in front of her. She'll cut in, drop down, and even up ball at 10 here. So second try of the day for Anita Ben. And evens this game up 10-10 here as we get to the closing stages of the first half. So just approaching the 7th minute here, getting close to the end of the first half. It looks like Lancers will have one final attempt here. Bounces out of the hands, Conestoga. We'll get to it, but I believe that'll do it for the first half, and it will. So after 7 minutes, 10-10 is your score between these two squads. Again, it's the Loyalist Lancers taking on the Conestoga Condors. Condors 5-2 in the year. Loyalist 4-3. Two teams battling for third place here in the OCAA. Don't go anywhere. More rugby coming your way momentarily. Welcome back here. Game 2 of 8 here on the day. Loyalists taking on Conestoga. Tie game through one half. 10-10 here. It's been a back and forth affair. Both teams have really just scored on their opening chances. This gets booted right back in the backfield. The Conestoga will take it on a hop, and here they come. The Condors trying to soar their way forward, take a lead here. It's been Loyalists that have scored the first time. They've had the lead both times, excuse me, as Anita Ben gets taken down there. Going forward, breaks through. Conestoga trying to take their first lead of the match. Looks like they will get it. The Condors able to get that one. It's Kaylee Turcott who cuts through the middle and able to score the first lead here for Conestoga. Kaylee Turcott, that's a big play for her side, and got another chance at convert kick here. Kick goes up, and first good kick of the day, so it'll be 17-10 here. So to quickly start off this first half, it's the Condors that have taken a 7-point lead. They get the try, and then the convert kick is good. Anita Ben trying to get to it first, kicks it forward. Can it stay in bounds? No. Rolls out of play, and we'll have a throw in here. Conestoga come away with it, and they're trying to extend this lead. Working it up the field are the Condors. That pass goes a little bit astray, but it's Turcott who picks it up. Going forward, breaking a couple tackles, finally brought down. To the middle of the field. Condor still pushing forward, still going. Finally brought down. And they will extend their lead. Conestoga. They go quickly. It's number 15, Ava Gooding, who finds the back of the try zone there. So score extended here to 23. Excuse me, 22. Bad at math. So 22-10 here for the Conestoga Condors. The Lancers trying to answer back, and it was the Lancers that were kind of the driving force in the first half, where they were the ones that would, take the lead and hold it for probably the first or second attempt. And the Condors, they just haven't given up. They've kept on fighting, and that's why they are out to a 12-point lead here. Cuts through an opening. It's Sierra McCrae. McRae carrying 3 Lancer defenders, and she'll finally get dropped down. Conestoga slowly pushing the pace forward here. They look to Anita Ben again, who's looking for her 3rd try of the match, and looks like she finds it. Anita Ben, for the 3rd time here today, crosses that try line, and it's now currently 27-10. Possible chance for 2 points added on. (29-10) now. Condors have really opened up this game here in the second half. So we're in the 14th minute here, and this game looks like it is all but done, and Conestoga will look like they should take it. A score of 29-10, but they're looking to score more, and oh man, they are. Breaks through 2 tackles on her way to the try zone, and she looks like she's in there, and it's going to be Brooklyn Butchart who crosses that try line, cashing in another one. Condors, they go up to 34. And that'll be it for game number 2. The Condors, they take it. Score 34-10. They will advance to 6-2. They tie the Humber Hawks for 2nd place in the OCAA. The Loyalist Lancers fall to 4-4 on the year. Game 3 coming up shortly. And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Brampton Rugby Club. It's another game here. It's game number 3. It's the Algonquin Wolves taking on the Seneca Sting. Again, Zach Benoit with you. We're going to be with you all day long here as we watch some more rugby action. Very excited for this one to get underway. Looking at the standings, Algonquin 2-5 and Fleming, they are 1-6 on the year. So two teams that are looking to right their wrongs on the season. Fleming winners of their last game. Algonquin losing their last one. Early scrum coming up here, and it's won by the Phoenix. Fleming working their way up. Did they get in? Yes, they did. Oh, excuse me. It's Algonquin. Oh, it's been a long morning for me. Seneca get into the zone. So Seneca, they go up 5-0 here in the early stages. So again, Algonquin is 2-5. Seneca 3-4. They're winners of their last two. I believe the player that got the try by number 5. I don't know. It's number 6, Angelina Jashawn. So that allows the Sting to go up 5-0 here on the Wolves. A Seneca team that has gotten better as the season has gone on. Again, 3-4 record, but they're on a 2-game win streak, and that speaks volumes. Trying to move forward and climb their way up these OCAA Women's Rugby 7 standings. Loyalist played just before this, and they dropped to 4-4 on the year. Seneca an opportunity to tie them. If they win here, they'll be tied for 4th place. But again, this is only game 3 of 8 on the day. We have a lot of rugby action as the Sting try to get something going here, pushing it up the field once more. The Wolves have 3 players trying to tackle her finally. She'll get brought down. Picked up by the Wolves. Algonquin moving forward will now get shut down, and I think the Sting, thought the Sting might have gone possession back, but it'll still be in control of the Wolves. Cutting back, this is Brianne DeMille, who was looking for an opening. Going up quickly, it gets dropped heavily. The Wolves working it up the field, trying to equalize this game up. Cuts to the outside, going to the try zone, nobody around her. And in for the try. Believe that is number 14, Jaden Easy. So 5-5 score with a good opportunity for the Wolves to try to take the lead here. Jaden Easy gets the first points on the board. So the Sting get the ball back into their possession. It's a tied game, 5-5. As the Wolves are able to steal it away, and Algonquin trying to answer quickly. That's a heavy hit. Ball left in the middle. Two players scrumming for it. Now it'll get dropped down. The Wolves will have the possession. And again, it's easy. Cutting through the middle, but that play will be whistled down. Look at this, the Sting trying to make a run, gets past one. She'll have one more defender to possibly beat, but no, gets into the try zone. And just waiting on who was the one that scored it. It was number 9, Nicole Rossi. And that'll do it for the first half. The Algonquin Wolves up 10, Seneca Sting 5. We'll be back here momentarily for more action. And here we go. So second half action coming up here. Again, it's the Seneca Sting taking on the Algonquin Wolves. Seneca, they bounced out quickly to a 5-point lead after 2 quick tries. One scored by Nicole Rossi, who was the one that got that game-leading try, number 9 here. Looks like Rossi was looking for another one. Trying to slip the stream there and unable to. So scrum coming up here. The Wolves, they're going to come away with it, and it's the one that scored for them, and Easy, who's trying to take it up the field, but shutting her down quickly there was the Sting, and now an opportunity arising, the cut back, but it looks like it's Rossi stepping up. The Wolves trying to get the offense going. They're down by 1 try. This ball pops out and looks like it's going to roll out of bounds. Thrown here on the side, it'll be the Wolves. Wolves trying to go quick, but shutting them down is the Sting, and here they come back the other way. Looks like it was Rossi again trying to make a play there. Seneca pushing the pace forward. Can they break through and possibly extend their lead to 10? Cuts through, looking like an opportunity. And will get eventually dropped down, and again, once more. So it looks like they're going to say that the Sting went out of bounds as they were trying to score up that right sideline. Going down the line. Can Seneca find more points? And a big hit down the side, but I don't think it mattered because the Sting, they crossed that try line once more. They've extended their lead now to 10. So Seneca extended 15-5 here. So just 1 minute left to go here till we hit 14, and it's the Seneca Sting that have come alive here in the late stages of this second half. The Wolves trying to make their way up the field again, and unable to here. They get shut down quick. The defense by Seneca shutting things down here. Wolves, though, work it up and pass off. They're able to get this one. Looks like Grace Pershik is able to get that one across, number 11. And that'll do it. So the Wolves unable to get the equalizer, but they do get it back within 5. They drop this one, a score of 15-10. And that'll do it for the end of game number 3. Again, we have 8 games on the day. Game number 4, the halfway mark, is coming up. It's going to be St. Lawrence taking on Fleming. Don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. More rugby action coming your way from Brampton. Welcome back, everybody. It's game number 4 here of this 8-game mini tournament here in Brampton, Ontario. Zach Benoit here on the mic. And we have another fun matchup in game 4 here. The St. Lawrence Surge taking on the Fleming Phoenix. Try saying that 5 times fast. Fun time here at the Brampton Rugby Center. Very excited for this one to get underway. Again, if you're just waking up, just rolling out of bed, well, good morning to you. Hope you had a good night's sleep, but we have some rugby action going on, and early on it's been fun. So the first game was Humber and Durham. Durham took that one 20-0. Then it was Loyalist and Conestoga, and well, Conestoga kind of ran away with that one late in the game. I believe it was 37 or 34 to 10. Algonquin and Seneca came out of nowhere, and it was Seneca Sting that were actually able to take that one away. And then it's where we are right now, Fleming and St. Lawrence. After this one, it'll be Loyalist taking on Humber at 12. 12:30, it'll be Durham and Conestoga. 1 o'clock, it'll be Algonquin and Fleming. And then 1:30, St. Lawrence and Seneca. This one underway here and going quickly are the St. Lawrence Surge. Again, the St. Lawrence Surge looking for their first win of the year. They are 0-7. They are just trying to fight back, and they're going against a Fleming team that is 1-6. They won their last matchup. Players getting ragdolled around the field here. Going through here, and St. Lawrence going quickly, trying to find an opening. Cutting inside, possible opportunity. The ball bouncing around, kicked in front, kicked again into the try zone. Can she get it and get down? Yes, she can. So a bit of a surprising one. It's Fleming taking, or excuse me, St. Lawrence taking a 5-0 lead. Miranda Beal makes that play, number 8. Well, quickly in this one, it's 5-0 for St. Lawrence. Fleming trying to answer back here. Going up quickly. Here come the Fleming Phoenix. This ball gets dropped down, and Fleming trying to just get some offense generated. Kicked back, and it's going to be St. Lawrence picking it up. And again, they've pushing the pressure here. They're looking for their first victory of the year, are the Surge. But it looks like Fleming might be coming away with it. Play up the side, and it's still looking like Fleming is holding on here. We're actually going to be setting up a scrum on that far side. This gets booted down and not out of harm's way just yet. Here come the Surge once more. The Surge really fighting here, trying to get a score. Again, they're already up 5-0 as we're getting the closing stage of the first half. Again, if you're new to women's rugby sevens, the halves are fairly quick. It's just 2 7-minute halves, but a lot less players on the field than you'll see in typical rugby games. But it's fast-paced, fun action. And all these OCAA teams, there's 8 teams in the OCAA conference. All 8 are here today. And each will play, I believe it's 2 to 3 games. As looks like Fleming are trying to make their way up the field, but the defense from St. Lawrence closing everything down. A run on the far side, and a bit of a surprise here so far to the start of this game. St. Lawrence find their second try and are up 10-0 on the Fleming Phoenix. Sola Brown able to score that one. And I believe that'll be the half complete. So after 7 minutes, it's been an interesting one. The St. Lawrence Surge up 10-0. We'll take a quick 2-3 minute break and be right on back here with more action from, 12-0. So the kick wasn't good. So it is 10-0 for the St. Lawrence Surge. We'll be back momentarily with more action from Brampton. And here we go. Second half action coming up. Again, St. Lawrence and Fleming taking it head-on-head here And it's been the Surge that have propelled themselves forward in a 10-0 lead as we head to the second half action. Again, Zach Benoit here on the call. It's been a long morning so far of Rugby 7 action, but it's been a fun morning to say the least. Again, OCAA Women's Rugby's 7. They do basically it's a tournament every time they play. Every team will come out and play 3 games each. So quickly, Fleming going forward here. Trying to cut this lead in half, and looks like they will. The Fleming Phoenix able to cross the try line and get 5 points at least on the board. So the convert kick is not good. It's going to be 5-0 or 5-point deficit. So 10-5 for the St. Lawrence Surge on the Fleming Phoenix. About 5 minutes left to go here in the half. And the Surge will receive it and try to work it back to the offensive side of the field.
Yeah, I think about it for honestly 6 months, and if I still want it, I'm like, okay, this is probably a good call.
And look at this. The Surge again will get the try, extend their lead 15-5. So they give up the 5 points, but they get it right on back. That 5-point lead extends back out to a 10. McKenna Marlowe, number 11, was the one that had that try. So the score 17-5 here, and they have extended this lead out mightily. And trying to go for a run, but the whistle is play blown dead. I believe Fleming will get the ball here. Or excuse me, St. Lawrence will get the ball here. Nope, Fleming, okay. The Fleming Phoenix got the ball. They had the run, but the play was whistled down. So now they'll have to go once again. Pushing the pace up. Fleming
Their women's program,
trying to
like they
cut back into this deficit. Again, they got 5 points on the board.
that is more
They haven't been able to get any more.
related to it unless just a lifetime club person. Like they're very nice people. My brothers are Ajax. I have a lot of friends in Ajax, so I know a lot of that situation. Yeah. They ran a full team this year. Yeah. Senior women's. Yeah. They're in the TRU. They weren't overwhelmingly successful this but for sure. Yeah. Oh, I love their clubhouse. That's one of my favorite places to go mine. It's so nice. And you can sit there and have your beverages while you watch. Yeah, this is nice. This one's just a little run down.
Loose ball and picked up. Trying to see who has the possession right now. It looks like it's going to be the Phoenix, and it is. Fleming working it up. Fleming trying to get into the try zone. Breaks one tackle, breaks two, into the post, and gets it down. So hammered into that upright post. And is able to put the ball down in the try zone. So 5 more points added on the board here for the Fleming Phoenix, with an opportunity to get 2 more.
I like the crossover tournaments because like we have
Kicked up, and kick is good. So once again, it is a 5-point lead. Kick down, rolling to the back, and picked up here by St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence trying to put more points on the board before the end of this game. Here come the Surge. Can they find one more try before the end of the game? St. Lawrence going on a run. And into the try zone. So St. Lawrence will hold on for their first victory of the year. They get it up to 22. 10-point lead over the Fleming Phoenix, with an opportunity to get 2 more here. And that'll do it. So 22-12 is your final score. St. Lawrence get their first victory of the season against the Fleming Phoenix. And that is game number 4 complete on the day. Coming up, 12 o'clock, the Humber Hawks take on the Loyalist Lancers for game 5 out of 8 here today at the Brampton Rugby Club. Don't go anywhere. More action coming your way shortly. Well, hello everybody. Game number 5. It's the Humber Hawks taking on the Loyalist Lancers. And Humber, they dropped their first matchup against the Durham Lords. They're looked to bounce back, and well, the Lancers, they took on Conestoga. They had a really hot start, and then they weren't able to keep up the pace. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here in this one to see who's going to come out on top. The Humber Hawks, they are second in the OCAA right now, tied for second in the OCAA right now with Conestoga at a 6-2 record. Durham sitting a perfect 7-0. And that kick doesn't go far enough, so Humber will have the possession here. The Hawks were the only team so far this year to have scored on the Durham Lords. They were unable to score in that first game, dropping it 20-0. But they'll look to get the offense going quickly here in this one. It'll be the Lancers that have the possession. They'll try to work it upfield here. It's bouncing around. And Humber able to take down the attack. Again, taking down the attack. Humber, they just strip it right away. Take the ball. Here come the Hawks. The Lancers are working it up the field quick. The Hawks trying to find any stop they can. They thought they would have had the possession there, but unable to grab it. And now the ref will say, hey, you got to kick it up first. The Lancers coming into this one are working pretty quickly. Early on, Humber had a couple of chances, but really it's just been the Lancers that have kind of controlled the pace of play here through the opening stages. So Lancers have slowly but surely been moving up the field here. Through the side, holding her down, and they're able to get the tackle as Humber. Lancers coming through the burst of speed into the try zone. And the Loyalist Lancers open up the scoring here in this matchup. So the convert kick to try to put Loyalists up by 7. Square through the uprights. That'll make it 7-0. So 7-0. That was another look at how that try was scored. And again, it was Loyalists kind of just coming out of the gates there red hot. Humber will have the possession. They're going to try to work quickly here. They need to try to get some points on the board. And gets tripped up running through the middle of the field. Lancers get the ball right on back as we're just over halfway done this first half. An opportunity going to the outside. Can she slip the stream? Looks like she has. Loyalist. They take another look here. The run on the outside. She caught the corner and then just took off. Nobody was able to catch up to her. And again, a play that doesn't get talked about enough is you see there, she runs towards the middle of the try zone, puts it down to get the best possible kick.
Yeah, no, Joel, everything looks good. Yeah, so you just have to hit go live on YouTube when you're ready to go. And then there's a different stream for the second one, but I made sure the key's the same for that. So you just stop this. Yeah, you have to stop this stream when this game ends. Yeah, there'll be a game 2 on, and then you just have to go live again. Yeah. All right, we'll see you. All right.
Scrum here. Lancers come away with it. They're already up 14-0. Trying to make it more, and tackle gets taken down. They're going to pop up quickly. So that's the end of the first half, and a little bit of a surprising one. The Loyalist Lancers are up 14-0 on the Humber Hawks. Humber trying not to drop to 6-3 on the year. Loyalists will bump up if they're able to hold it to 5-3. We'll be back momentarily with second half action from Brampton. Well, here we go. It's, again, the second half action between the Humber Hawks and the Loyalist Lancers. Humber are looking for an answer. The offense has kind of gone quiet so far today. And, you kind of ask yourself the question of, is this the Humber Hawks team that we're so used to seeing here? And look at this, an opportunity quickly out of the gates, but gets dragged down. Oh, Sophia Rex. They go to the middle now. Humber into the try zone. Ania Blackman McCreef able to get that one, number 16 for the Humber Hawks. They get 5 on the board. Now an opportunity to possibly get 7. Ania Blackman McCreef able to get through that one. And I believe the kick was good there, so it should be 14-7. Another look at it right here. Gets around and just dives into that try zone. Looks like it was Amy Johnson that had the kick there. Humber able to get the ball back in a great territory. Again, they are down by 1 try and 1 convert kick. So a scrum here. Humber will try to get the possession out of it. And they're going to work it up the side. They give it off to a coin. Megan a coin trying to slip a stream. Cuts back inside. The Hawks looking for any opening they can, trying to get a tally on the board. Get taken down, but they're in a great spot here. And the Hawks able to get the try. In a great spot, too, for that convert kick. Allison Jordan Smiley had a great cut move back to the inside. And again, it'll be, looks like, Megan a coin this time. That's that convert kick. So we're all tied up at 14 apiece. And look at this. Great cut move to the side. She sees the opening, finds it, and just dives into the try zone. So pardon me, it's actually Loyalist up by 2. Loyalist trying to get back on the board and hold their lead. The defense from the Hawks holds it. Trying to go quickly. Ball's loose. Humber recover. Substitution looks like it's coming on for the side of the Hawks. This could be the game decided right here. And the Hawks, they will get it. Anaya handing it off to Jordan Smiley. In and out of the hands there for the Hawks of number 5, Leah Lebo. Lancer's trying to go quickly. Pass is intercepted. Humber have the possession. Humber have about a minute left to go here. And they'll try to set something up. Cuts through one, breaks through two. The third player finally able to get her down. But the Hawks get some good field position there. Now they're making their way up. It's a coin. Slipping through one. The second able to bring her down. Humber still have the possession. They're going quickly. Big stiff arm. A coin looking for an opening. Can't find it. They're trying to swing it wide. Can Humber get the cross? The Hawks, in the last minute, able to get the try. So a last-ditch effort has Humber up 17-14. And I believe it was number 5, Leah Lebo, that was able to come across and get that one. That kick is up, but it doesn't have the distance. And that will be the game. The Humber Hawks come from behind to absolutely steal this, and it absolutely was Leah Lebo who just crossed that try line and got the winning points for the side of the Hawks. 17-14 is your final, as that will be it for game number 5. Durham and Conestoga, they are up next at 12:30. Don't go anywhere. More action coming your way from the Brampton Rugby Club.
card presented to St. Lawrence, number 1, Mia Gagliano. Brampton Rugby Club.